Hey guys, welcome to TCR, the Crouch Ranch. I'm Sid, and today we're gonna have a little parent talk. A little bit away from the topic of the ranch today, but you know, as caregivers to kids, whether you're mom, dad, grandparent, whatever, if you've got a tiny human running around the house that's school age, chances are at some point in their school career, you have gotten the dreaded letter. You know what letter I'm talking about. You know the letter. The one that says, your child may have been exposed to lice. We've had a case of lice detected in your child's class. That lovely, lovely letter. Yeah, that one. So today we're going to talk about 3 things that you can do to keep those nasty little lice from coming into your house and making your house their house. God, I'm itching just thinking about it. Send your kid to school the next day with some lavender oil, number 1. Some lavender spray on them. I've got a decent one that I found on Amazon that I'll put a link to in our store. So a lot of you out there in YouTube land don't know, but I spent about 20 years of my life in pharmacy. And one of the things that I dreaded the most was people coming in to buy lice treatments or getting scabies medication, or when they had pink eye and they'd come in for their erythromycin eye ointment and they'd hand you their prescription after they just rubbed their eye. Few things skeeve me out more than that. So when I get those notices from Frankie's school saying that, you know, there's been another outbreak, I panic. So I delved through all kinds of different things to see what I could do to prevent it. And what I found are 3 things that I can do to help prevent it. Now, first off, you've got the obvious. When you get your kid home, strip their clothes off outside, you know, the first day. But after that, and all the normal stuff of, you know, once you have determined that you have lice, you got to go down a very different path, of course. You know, you got to put all the animals, stuffed animals, mind you, in, you know, big hefty bags and put them in the garage for a month. You got to wash everything in like boiling hot water and beat it against a rock. No, you don't have to do that part, but you do have to wash everything in like really hot water and like go through all the steps of everything. And as any mom who's ever had to go through that, or dad, or any caregiver to any tiny human has ever had to go through that, it is a giant pain in the butt, like huge. And it's creepy too, because it's just, it's gross. And you know, even though you know it's not because you didn't take a shower or you're unclean or something, you, in the back of your head, that's what you're thinking. But it's not the case. They just are what they are, and kids being kids, you know, they play rough, they bump heads, they share, you know, hats and hair bands and all that, which of course you should advise your children not to do, because that is one way that you can spread it, especially when they send you that lovely notice about the outbreak. But a couple things you can do once you get that notice to ensure that your kid doesn't bring it home to you. Send your kid to school the next day with some lavender oil, number 1. Some lavender spray on them. I've got a decent one that I found on Amazon that I'll put a link to in our store. I just put it like around her hairline and kind of mist it over her hair as well. And lice don't like it. Apparently lavender just, you know, is like a repellent to them. Like they don't dig it. So that works really well to help kind of keep them at bay. The second thing you can do is coconut oil. For whatever reason, they don't like coconut oil. They have a hard time, I guess, grasping on it and laying their eggs in it, and it just, and also kind of repels them. And so that's a good thing that you can do. Now, your kid's head is going to be greasy because you're going to have, you know, covered their head in coconut oil. But if it keeps them from bringing lice home, I'm okay with them looking like a greasy-haired kid for a few days, you know? Third thing you want to do is you make sure that they are wearing a ballerina bun for at least, I always do 2 weeks, because just to be on the safe side. Because those knit cycles, they'll start, you know, when they hatch again, then you're kind of, that outbreak will just keep going in the school. So I do a nice solid ballerina bun on the top of her head that has been oiled down and lavendered. And those 3 things have cut down our risk of her bringing it home tremendously. And even if it doesn't, at least it makes you feel better, like you're actively fighting the lice that are trying to infiltrate your home. And, you know, you're Gerard Butler in 300 and you're standing your ground against those lice. Yeah, at least it makes you feel better. But those are 3 things that you can do to help keep them at bay, keep those tiny humans healthy and bug-free. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and click the bell so you get the notifications.